in thinking about key moments during my tenure at the World Food Prize, another certainly central moment and in the transformation of our symposium into the Davos of global food security came in 2009, almost back-to-back presentations. The first by Bill Gates, who came to Des Moines to launch his global multi-billion-dollar initiative to eliminate poverty, hunger, and malnutrition. Bill Gates could have chosen any forum, any conference, any place in the world to make that announcement, that dramatic announcement. But he came to Des Moines because his staff, led by Dr. Rajiv Shah, had told him that they met a more diverse array of people at the World Food Prize Symposium in Des Moines than any conference they went to anywhere in the world. I was so incredibly proud when the Gates Foundation and Dr. Shah told me that after he had been here visiting in 2006. Because back in those years, there were very, very few conferences anywhere addressing global food security issues. It just was not a big thing. And what we built at the World Food Prize quickly became the leading conference in the world, and it remains that to this day, for bringing together people from agribusiness, CEOs, the leaders of non-governmental organizations, the top research scientists in the world, governmental leaders, presidents, ministers of agriculture, smallholder farmers, larger farmers, farm groups, commodity groups, African people from India, from Central and South America, all gathering in Des Moines. And on October 15th, 2009, Bill Gates came out onto the stage, gave his presentation. It was 1 month after Norman Borlaug had passed away. And he had an exchange with our laureate of that year, Dr. Gabisa Ejeta from Ethiopia, Purdue University. And at the end, I presented to Mr. Gates a replica of the Congressional Gold Medal Dr. Borlaug had received just 2 years earlier. And I told him, given what he was doing in Dr. Norman Borlaug's last days, what Mr. Gates was doing had given him hope, that that green revolution could come to Africa and the issues of fighting hunger could be fulfilled. And I took my own replica medal that Norman Borlaug had handed to me. His hands had touched it, and I said, I want you, Mr. Gates, to have this medal that Norman Borlaug held in his hand, so that you will know this will always be his way of thanking you for what you are doing. And an hour later, at the symposium luncheon, Indra Nooyi, the chairwoman and CEO of PepsiCo, gave the symposium luncheon keynote, calling for a revolution in nutrition. Nutrition was hardly addressed in those days. We had done a symposium in 2005 on the dual global challenges of obesity and malnutrition. We had been cutting edge, bringing nutrition and good nutrition onto the stage of the World Food Prize. But now here is Indra Nooyi standing in front of over 1,000 people at the World Food Prize from all over the world and saying we have to now incorporate nutrition into all that we do in global food security. And those two events, Bill Gates, the smallholder, uplifting the smallholder in Africa, Indra Nooyi bringing nutrition together with agricultural development, set the two themes for the next decade. I was so pleased, so incredibly honored that the symposium we had created and had built around Dr. Norman Borlaug's legacy had produced these two central moments that would shape the course of global food security issues and development for the next decade, for the next 10 years and beyond. It was what Norman Borlaug always wanted his symposium, what he wanted the World Food Prize to be, the place where great ideas came together, where they were born. And here, 1 month after he left us, it was all coming together. It was all happening as he wanted. I was so pleased to have those achievements, but sorry that Norm wasn't able to be there in person to see them for himself.